It's Teresa with ReeseDixon.com with another fantastic gift idea just in time for Christmas. This is on my list for my son's grandma, my mother-in-law, but it will work for anybody in your life who wants pictures of your kids. So whether they're far away aunts and uncles or grandmas and grandpas, yours or your kids, or really anybody who could just use a great picture frame, this is going to be a great craft project and you can have it done in an hour. So easy. Okay, so the first thing you need is a picture frame. Ooh, and take it apart, obviously. So while we decorate it, you're not going to want any of the innards getting in your way. So picture frame with a wide edge. And you can get this at a thrift store. I went out and bought mine, but the nice thing about this is to buy a really decorative picture frame is pretty expensive. This one I think was $12 because there's really nothing to it. So I'm going to take this and turn it into something fabulous. The other thing you'll need are these wood accents. You can get these at any hardware store. And then a couple of colors of spray paint, and we'll get to that in a second on how to make it look really pretty and antique. So the first thing we have to do is just glue our wood accents in place. I've got my trusty wood glue that I use for just about every project, and I'm just going to be generous with this on the back. And once I get this all covered in glue, I'm just going to stick it right where I want it. So I'm going to put this one here on the top, and then I've got these corner pieces that I'll put down there. It'll be pretty, right? And then so once I get it all glued, I'm going to want to put something heavy on top. If you happen to have clamps, this will be a perfect use for them. Otherwise, just as long as your glue isn't spilling out all over the place, you can just put a big heavy book on top, something to make it so that it will dry flat. And so I'm going to leave this to get nice and dry, and then we will paint it and it'll be done before you know it. Once my embellishment's dried, then I put on my base coat. I'm using this bright chrome paint, and I think it actually looks pretty awesome even at this stage, but my mother-in-law is not so big on the chrome for some reason, so I'm going to give this an antiquing. So here's my fancy new technique, right? After you get the base coat, then you're going to take your cooking spray and give that a little spray. Now you do your top coat. So this is just a black, and so what this is going to do, the cooking spray is actually going to act as like an extender. It'll make the spray paint wet for longer and will make it so that you can actually blend the paints together. So it's a super shortcut on an antiquing method with none of the mess of brushes or anything, the quick application of spray paint, all the things we love about spray paint, but you'll get these great faux effects as well. Okay, so with my cooking spray down, I'm going to spray on my black, and I'm going to do a really thorough coat. Okay, so now take yourself a shop rag and start to rub this paint off. Now it won't come off completely because the cooking spray will help it to kind of mix with the silver below. And so what you'll get is like this dark silver effect, but then black in all of these little crevices. The great thing about this cooking spray technique is that it gives you lots of time to do your distressing before your spray paint dries. The bad thing is that if you want your spray paint to dry, you're stuck with it tacky for a really long time. So to make up for that, I used this clear sealer that I like. And as I started spraying it, I discovered it had this cool chemical reaction where it brought out some copper colors in places. So I think it actually worked in my favor on this whole distressing thing. So now that this is all dry, we're ready to put the picture back in its frame. So there we go, my son's adorable little face framed with this beautiful distressed frame, and I think that any grandma would love this. Of course, everybody needs a good picture frame, so it's a pretty universal gift. I hope that you like this, that it inspires you to try something handmade this Christmas. Inject a little creativity into your life. Don't be afraid, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.